Now we're going to make a great card. Now this is a calendar card, so this card's going to last all year round. And this is for 2011, but obviously you can use the basic card and just change the date every year, can't you? You can easily do that. But in this download project, we have the calendar here for 2011. So all the bits and pieces there, you've got all the January, February, March, April, May, June, etc. Those are for that to download as much as you like. You've also got on there this decoupage here with that lovely kind of watercoloured flower there. And it's already been cut out ready for you and layered there so that you can cut out and actually just assemble. Now you also get the template for this card as well. Now I've actually printed it direct from the printer, from the download, so you're ready to just cut it out. I've chosen a really nice piece of card there with that lovely sheen on it. And all I've got to do now is cut this out. So there's the template. So you can do this any size you want because there's lots of other templates on the calendar download section. So I've printed onto the back there, obviously, and all I'm going to do now is cut this out. Now you could use a metal ruler and a scalpel, but I want you to see this card, how simple and easy it is to make from start to finish. And I'm just taking my scissors and just cutting out the main design first, just trimming the edges. Now you could save these edges because it's a lovely card, and these you could use as ribbons down other cards, etc. Just cut wherever it's got a solid line, just cut along the solid line like that. And I'm going straight the way across. Now you've got various sizes of these. This is the project, but if you want to go and have a look at the other calendar, the kind of cut and fold shapes, you can go and have a look at those. We've got loads and loads on the website. So first of all, I'm just cutting the rectangular shape out where all the main lines are like that. Now you've also got two little sections here, there you can see there, and those want cutting out as well, those little triangular sections, and you just cut it as neatly as possible. Obviously you're not doing it upside down back to front, and trying to do it as quick as possible and as neatly as possible so you don't get bored. So there you go, there, I've cut that out now, ready. Now all I've got to do is where the dotted lines are, is just crease it. So I've got my metal ruler here, and I'm just going to crease along the back of the design here. Don't forget, when you're printing it out, you need to print this template on the back of the side of the paper or card that you're going to be using. So I'm just creasing this so it just makes it easier to fold, and crease down there. Now this one, you can see halfway down it's got a solid line, so that's going to be cut. So first of all, what I'm going to do though is just crease up to that solid line where the dotted line is, crease, and then with a scalpel I'm just going to cut through the card with the scalpel. Should be able to do that in one go. Just check that it's actually cut through. There you can see that that is. Now, easy bit, next bit. Now this all folds together. You don't need glue or anything like that. So what I do is take it the middle first and just fold that over. So you've got the folded in half like that. Open it out again and then fold the middle section over like that. Turn it around and fold that section over like that. Now what you've got, this section here, you can see there's a crease. So the next one is I'm going to fold that over that way so it creates a little kind of pocket, and in there you've got the slit. You can see where this section fits in. So that's going to go over there like that. Now these little flaps here can either go on at the outside or they can go on the inside. I think it looks a little bit neater on the inside, but it's entirely up to you. You can cut the flaps off if you want to, but I think they just make it a little bit more sturdy. So there is the card. And the good thing about that is that you can open that up, and when you're going to put, so you're not going to post it like that, you've got that lovely 3D look of card there, but when you're posting it, you just open it up like that, and then it just goes flat. Pop it in your envelope and send that to whoever you're going to send it to. So I'm going to fold that over, and this time I'm going to put the flaps on the outside just to show you the difference. It's personal preference, entirely what you want to do. So you've got the flaps there. Now you've got a choice of having the flaps at the back like that, or you can have the flaps on the base like that, so they're hidden underneath. Entirely up to you which way you want to do it. I'm just going to pop that into there again because it's just come undone. So pop that into there. As I say, I think it's a little bit more sturdy if you actually put the flaps on the inside. Keeps it together more. It'd help if it actually went into the slit. Go on, get in there. I'm going to give it what for in a minute. Go on, in you go. There you go. And just put the flap on the inside there and just fold that down. There you go. It's nice and sturdy and that's ready to decorate. Now, we're going to make the calendar. So how are we going to make the calendar? Well, we've got the sheet there that you cut out, and what we've got here is some peel-offs. You know, the sticky pads, notepads, where they've got a little sticky bit on the back, where you can take any colour you want and you can colour coordinate it to the card you've got. What I've done here, I've cut out all of the different January, February, March, April, May, and I've just peeled off. I counted 12 of these little post-it notes here. I did some extra ones just in case to give it make it a little bit more sturdy, and I've just stuck each one on there. So when you've assembled your calendar, you just pull them off one by one. So I've still got this one to add. This is January, obviously, and that's just going to take a little bit of glue, and that's going to stick down on the front of the card there. And I've just left a little bit of room. Oh, it'd help if I put it the right way around, wouldn't it? There you go. That's what happens when you work back to front upside down. That just sticks down there like that. There you go. Can you see that? So there you go. If you have a look at that up close and personal, you can see then you've got that ready to tear off for when it's February and March. And you can decorate these a bit if you want to put the stamp effects on here. Difficult to decorate. You decorate the first one, but all the rest are stuck down there. As you can see, just peel that off like that when you need to. But I'm going to stick it down because that's going to go on the front of the card. Now, because it's already sticky on the back there, it will just stick onto the card. Now, if you think it's a little bit too long, you can just take a little bit off. Now, that's obviously longer than the card, as you can see, but actually fits on there perfectly because it just comes out to one side like that and looks quite neat. So you could put another little bit of card over the top here and do a little fancy edge, but that fits on there nicely. Oh, well, it'd help if it didn't fall off, wouldn't it? So I'm going to press it down. Now, if you want to add a little bit more extra glue, of course you can do. So there's your calendar started. Now you can decorate the other side any way you want, but what we've actually got this decoupage set of this lovely flower. So I'm going to stick that onto the front there, like that. Now, before I stick any more on, I've got the actual calendar 1911. I'm going to turn this round just for me so I can see exactly where to put it and slide that underneath there. I've got some double-sided foam pads on there, and that's, in fact, what I'm going to do is just lift this off gently and just raise it up a little bit so it's not covering all the lettering. There you go. So there you go. There's the start of my calendar. I've got 1911 there. I've got the calendar on that side, and I've also got the start of the flower there. Now, all you've got to do is start adding the rest of the decoupage if you want to build it up. Now, I'm going to have to turn this a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. I'm not a miracle worker. I can't do everything back to front. There you go. That one's the next one going over the top there. As you can see that's the second layer. And then I've got the third layer, and that's going to just fit onto there like so. Obviously, you can stick anything you want. So you're just making this basic calendar. You can download the template anytime you want. There are also various sizes. So if you go back and have a look on where these cut and fold cards are, you can go and cut out whatever shape you want and whatever size you want. There's various different options for you there. I'm sticking all these little extra bits on now, and that petal's going on there, and I've got the little kind of creamy bit on that leaf there. That's building up lovely. And then finally I've got one more little bit. I've not got a clue where that goes. Working back to front, it goes about there. There you go. So there is your calendar card. And I think that looks absolutely fantastic. Have a look at that up close and personal. Yeah, look at this. There you go. Look at that. That's the decoupage there. Now, forgive me because I was doing it back to front, so it's a little bit skew-whiff, but it still looks really good, doesn't it? Then you've got the calendar bit underneath, and then you've got the calendar, which you just peel off as and when the different months go by. So there is the calendar card But I just want to show you some of these, because if you've enjoyed this project, you can download everything to make this one project. But if you go back and have a look where the cut and the fold cards are, I just want to give you an example of some of the different sizes that you can actually print off. That is the large one. You can go for the double ones. There's various sets, entirely up to you. Again, these are digital templates, so you can print them directly onto the back of the card or paper that you're using. So you may want to make a small card. You don't have to make a calendar card. You can make anything you want. You might want little ones. What about these at a wedding? Folding these, little nameplates there. Add a little flower on the edge, a little rosebud or something like that. Or what about the very, very small ones there? Those make fantastic place settings at a wedding or a party or a kid's party. But if you print them straight onto the back of the card, you're not having to go around all the different templates. Everything's there ready for you to crease. You just fold them and you can see how easy that is to do. There are also sets there where you can literally go 21s actually, different sizes from number 1 down to 21. It's entirely up to you, but that template design you can use in thousands of different ways. And if you want to make that project to make this beautiful image like that, well, just download the project, but please remember to go and have a look at all the different templates. And I hope you have a fantastic 2011.